I'm just gonna go ahead and get it recorded, and I'll cut out whatever. I always say I'm gonna cut everything out. I'm like, I'll cut this out and cut that out. I leave everything in. Every time, it's always all in there.
Have you listened to the It's Always Sunny podcast?
No, I haven't.
So it's the boys are just like rewatching, like going in order, like watching every single episode,
like,
and
Mac, Charlie, and Denzel.
Yeah, and they talk about it. Even Danny DeVito was there for like Christmas one.
I've seen it come across my feed, but I've never watched it.
It's pretty good, and like so whenever they say something that's like really kind of offensive, they're like cut that,
and then they don't ever cut it either.
Yeah, it's still in there.
Yeah, that's a me and Steve's classic move, dude. We'll say we're gonna cut everything.
Just trim out some of the BS out of there. You're just like, nah.
I don't trim it. Well, if I could fucking figure the shit out better, I'd probably do it. But you know, I'm half retarded. It takes me goddamn 2 days just to throw the audio over the video.
I think the stammering and ums and uhs really gives it personality.
Yeah, dude, I want to make that's what I'm gonna cut out. I'm just gonna make a whole podcast of just our We'll just call it the dad noises. I bet there's some women out there with abandonment issues that would be buying
dude, that's like a really good ASMR stuff. Like just dad just like
oh dude, I guarantee there's some crazy bitches out there that
I wish my dad was still alive.
Yeah. I miss him. It's like, yeah, you could do that for like, sell that for like $2, like for,
oh, dude, probably
for an app. And just like
those crazy bitches usually make pretty good money.
We should start an OnlyFans, like where we just video fans. Oscillating.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah, I think it'd be great.
You're better than that, Steve.
Already off the rip.
I'm back to the B team.
Even the dog looks upset at that one. Go on, Daisy, get out of here. So what's up, boys?
Friday,
that's right. How was work, Steve?
Oh, update. Lady who's been calling off still hasn't been to work all year. 2 days this year.
That's all she's came to work is 2 days so far,
huh? She's got an injury of something, so.
Jesus.
It's been
what in the hell?
Daisy,
you gotta get out of here. You're being too much over here. Come on. You're crushing all the technical. You're crushing the dad pad. Get out of here. Pad. Jesus. You big loser. We're all fucking sick of you already. God.
Go.
Yeah, tell her she's a piece of shit. Spit on her. That's the only way she'll listen. That's the only way
she'll lay down, you piece of shit. You go lay down, you piece of shit.
Yep.
Loves that dirty talk.
Yep, she'll either listen or she'll come. It's one or the other.
Oh, how did your show go, buddy?
Ooh, the show. Well, it was wild. It was a whole wild experience. I'll give you guys the whole day.
I did some prep, by the way.
I didn't want to tell too much. What was that?
I did some prep, by the way.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. This episode might be an extended one, folks. I bet we have a good app cooking here. Anyways, the show. So it's down in Jackson, Ohio. Get off work at like 4 p.m.
Is that one of the comedy capitals?
Yeah, comedy capital of Ohio, I believe.
I believe so.
There were some funny motherfuckers down there, though.
Really?
So Jackson, Ohio is like 60-mile drive from here in Lancaster. All curvy roads. These roads are curvier than Lizzo, bro.
We played down there every season. It was a long ass drive.
Oh, you've been down there then?
Oh yeah,
You
they were in our
Jackson.
league when I was a
and
kid.
Wellston
yes.
and
all.
Yeah. So we go through Wellston. They still have Christmas trees up on their street lights.
Holy shit.
So I'm just like, okay, well, this is a red flag. There's a goddamn cannon that just is acting as a divider in the road at one point. So there's the painted lines are all missing. I mean, this is just. I brought my rape whistle. Keisha said she forgot hers. And I said, you're shit out of luck.
I'm not sharing this one.
So I'm horrified. I'm like, all right, well, what the fuck have I gotten myself into?
The type of town where permanent disability is their biggest employer, probably.
Oh, definitely, dude. That's pretty dark, but very true.
Yeah.
So we get there, beautiful place. Stockroom 601. We get in there. It is a really nice joint. I mean, this town has a Walmart. It's got all kinds of shit. So I was just like, all right, it does exist.
Nice.
You know, I found out it was like Santa Claus.
Is that like how you
God.
like tell how
Sasquatch.
right? Like is that how like how you like gauge a town if it has a Walmart or not?
Yeah, if it has a Walmart,
it's an actual town,
it's
and
an
if it
actual-
doesn't, you're just
yeah.
like
Circleville's got one. So
So-
Amanda does not have one.
that's true.
They
I
have a
mean-
Dollar General, and that's where they rate.
We saw.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we saw. That's where they also sell rape whistles, 2 for $1. We also saw a Dollar General and a Family Dollar in the same parking lot together.
Wow.
I didn't even know that was illegal.
That's community.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
there's
was like, you know, I'm fucking sick of you guys. I'm going over here to the Family Dollar.
yeah, they got this cheaper next door. It's just-
$1.25? Yeah, I figured there's a whole bunch of jokes in there. I was too fucking sweaty, and I felt like I had to shit my pants the whole way there. I get the nervous poo. You guys get the nervous poo?
oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm driving the whole way. My belly was just going in and out of like, do I need to poop? Do I not need to? Because you know, if you don't need to poop and you take that poop, it's horrific.
Yeah.
It is just absolutely so I decide I'm going to hold it in. We get there, it's beautiful. There's like 13 other comedians there. Whole bunch of people showed up. Some of them are like professional comedians too. Like they were all from here in Ohio. I think one guy actually came from West Virginia.
That's a short drive across. Yeah, that's not that far.
That's not too far from
No.
there? Oh, okay. So yeah, there was a West Virginia guy, and me and a bunch of other people, and so we have to all go on stage. We all get 5 minutes apiece, and we kind of piggyback off each other. So like the lady hosting it, who was actually a very funny lady, very sweet.
You felt bad for...
I felt bad for being rude on Facebook to her. I was like, damn, this lady is put together.
I
just
meant to
such a-
ask, you know, if your hatred continued.
Oh,
but...
dude, no, she was such a nice lady, man, and she put together a really awesome thing and was able to bring in some really funny comedians, too. So I was number 9 in the lineup. No, there was 12, maybe 13. Yeah, there was 13. So I was number 10 then, because there was 3 dudes that went on after me. So I'm watching the other people going up. Let me make sure I didn't have any other notes on that real quick before I forget. This is just a picture of a naked woman I drew in here.
Well, that's nice. You gave her
Cannon-
surprisingly small boobs.
So the comedians start going up. Some of them are funny. Most of them are bringing up notepads and just telling some silly jokes. I mean, it was actually pretty fun. You know, like when we did stews, I was the only one I think that actually has ever even tried to write something funny.
Had material.
Yeah.
No, that dude at the bar had his
Poop story guy?
Yes.
yeah, I was so goddamn invested in that. That was
LJ was invested in Poop Story
Oh,
guy.
Such a letdown.
Oh yeah, it was like I'm like, dude, where is this leading? He's like has all these like loops and turns, and he's just like, I'm like, when is the big reveal? Like that's what I'm waiting for. It was like, what's gonna happen? And it was just.
I feel like Norm would have told that story. I think Norm Macdonald would have
Just
told
as a
that
joke?
story.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
and twisted it and made it funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a lot
Yeah.
funnier though.
yeah, Norm can definitely do that. So the comedians are all going up. There's actually even a few women too that go up. The lady starts it off, and we all piggyback off each other. So we had like a meeting outside. After I go up, I had to introduce this dude, Nate Washington, I think was his name, a black dude that came from Dayton. He's the only black dude there, by the way. So he, of course, just does a whole bunch of like black people, white people jokes the whole time, which it was like killing in the room too.
He didn't say hamburger after each joke.
He didn't turn into a hamburger joke. He did hamburger. So there's a few ladies. They're really funny, and there's also this dude who has. I'm a robot. I'm gonna get up here and.
He needed it?
Oh yeah, he was a 2-time throat cancer survivor and a Marine, and yeah, so he's using.
He doesn't sound like he'd have a sense of humor at that point.
And so I was worried. We get there and it says family friendly while food is being served. After that, 21 and over. So I'm just like, the shit I'm about ready to say is not family friendly. So I thought maybe it was like a memo that I had missed or something. You know what I mean? Where like everybody else was like under the, I thought maybe everybody was under the impression like, yeah, this is supposed to be something clean. It's a family friendly place, you piece of shit. You know what I mean?
That's why I asked you if you had PG material.
Oh, dude. So I was like, all right, well I can do it without cussing, but still talking about my priest blowing me is definitely not going to be. That's not going to go over that well. So, but
no on sodomy jokes.
Yeah.
Gonna take it's like taking out the curry out of the jokes. It's like I need to dumb this down as far as I can, so it's not like, it's not gonna like offend anybody or because I would assume that most people down there probably are rednecks, or most of them are. So I feel like they would
good
be.
Gauge.
That was my gauge too, but we sat down right next to a table full of black people. The only one's in there, by the way, but I was just like, okay, well.
So Mr. Washington brought his family.
Mr. Washington. So we have the meeting. The lady gives a disclaimer. She's like, I allow 100% free speech on the stage. Whatever you guys hear, disclaimer, I let anything go up here on the open stage, and I've heard it all. So it's just like, when I heard that, I was like, shoo.
Yeah, that's good.
So we have our meeting outside. I meet the dude and I have to introduce him. So people were telling like some dick jokes, getting a little edgy, and I was like, uh-oh, I haven't really heard any race stuff. And then that all changed when old robot voice popped up there.
I bet he's
I
got
can't
some
think
opinions.
of his name. He got called worse than robot voice by the other comedians there. So some of them were fucking relentless, dude.
Marlboro Man.
Oh, a couple of them really got ruthless on him. I was just minding my P's and Q's because it was my first time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get some good laughs, and then it's my turn to go up. And I got my 5. I practiced it all day. Said it all flawlessly. Didn't really seem to hit, though. I would say maybe 25% of the room was really invested. Like, one of the comedian guys that had went up earlier, he was laughing at, like, everything I said. But some people just, I wasn't sure if I offended too early or I'm not really sure where I missed the mark. It still hit. Everybody was still watching. It's not like people just immediately lost attention and, pull one of these numbers like, oh, this guy fucking sucks. Right. I had everybody's attention the whole time.
You got a partial bomb out of your way, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Were your ears getting hot?
Right? No, okay. Because I didn't feel like I was bombing. I had everybody's attention, but the jokes just weren't hitting really well. And I mean, it was my hunting stuff. It wasn't my favorite bit that I have anyways. I was just like, oh, I'll do all my hunting and fishing jokes while I'm in Jackson, Ohio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
seems like it would hit.
Yeah,
you probably should have told more crystal meth jokes.
Well, somebody did tell some crystal meth jokes, and they actually didn't. Those didn't go over that well either. He was like, "I'm from West Virginia and never did crystal meth," and yeah, that didn't get much of a laugh either. I think the crowd was mostly just hungry for just pure jokes, and where I had kind of set mine up as more of a bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So yeah, it was. I had some good laughs. I had a couple people after the show tell me they really enjoyed it, but yeah, whole room laughing. I maybe only had a couple jokes that got. I had the Will Smith's wife joke that had some laughs and a couple other ones, but yeah, other than that, it was just a few laughs here, a few laughs there. It seemed like just a small group of people was all laughing at it. So, but got it done, got off stage. I didn't get January 6th. I didn't have anybody chasing me down with, trying to fucking run me out of there or anything. And then, so there's like 3 guys after me. And everybody else, it's not like everybody was killing before I went up there as well either. Yeah. I don't think anybody had really killed at all, except after me. So then Nate goes up next. He gets some pretty good laughs. Definitely got more laughs than me. And then next, this dude named Mike goes up. Well, I looked him up. He's like a legitimate professional. And he was throwing haymakers, dude. Whole room there was a few people crying. He ends up going for 10 minutes, and he was slaying, dude.
Wow.
I was inspired. I was like, I gotta get fucking funnier. But he just had a book of jokes up there, and they were filth. I mean, he told one joke about fucking a 14-year-old, like a 14-year-old boy, and then like the joke progressed. I'm not gonna ruin his joke or anything, but it was pretty fucking heavy. And after that, there was a dude that was featured, and he got 20 minutes, and his name was Ian. And he was pretty funny. He ended up calling me out though up there. He was talking about soft hands people, which you would have been very offended because you take pride in your soft hands.
Got moisturized, bro. For
Oh
the ladies.
well, so
And myself.
So this chug, well, he's like, those guys have soft hands. He's like, that's my way of calling people pussies or something. He's like, just like that guy that was up here on stage in cowboy boots telling jokes earlier. He definitely has some soft hands. And I said, hey, fuck you. And he was like, well, that even looks like a soft middle finger, too. And I was just like, oh, you
Damn.
motherfucker. So I hope he's there at the next one because I'm going to get his ass back on it. I've now that I know everybody else's stuff and how they are, I can make a couple jokes myself.
Does she do this quite often?
Once a month.
Nice.
So I encourage you guys to try to write something and get down there and tell some jokes too. That would make me so fucking happy. I mean, if you, it was a fun environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
Supportive.
I think I'm more like the, like the writers, like SNL, where I'm like behind the scenes and I'll like write stuff and just have people
tell
go
them
out
the
there.
funny things to say.
Right.
Yeah, it ended up going really well. We ended up staying and watching all the other comedians and then just hightailed out of there after that. And the lady messaged me after I left and said that she could tell I had really prepared and she was very impressed.
Yeah.
And she said that she'd give me some pointers and everything. And I said, well, hell yeah, I'll definitely take them. Oh, Daisy, you unplugged the fucking mic. Uh-oh. Well, this audio might be pretty bad over here. Huh. We got one microphone down. Oh, there we go. All right, we're back on it, folks. Sorry if the audio went a little wild, a little quirky. We got a Daisy dog out here just stomping all over everything.
There's a new person here, so she's.
I know, she's just all over the couch and
She's just excited. That's all.
she is. You're ruining the pod, Daisy. Get out of here. So yeah, we had a good time. Keisha had a couple favorite comedians. She liked one girl went up there and she was pretty funny. So yeah, it was really fun. I'm going to encourage everybody to come to the next one. And Daisy, you got to get out of here. Go on. You got to get out of here. Go all the way up. You mutt. So what don't you have written down, Steve? Now that I'm done hogging the mic here.
I forgot we did have a viewer, a listener question.
Oh, we had a Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell yeah. I love me a Q&A.
Maybe you guys will both know this, but I've been watching pornography since the VHS days, so I know a lot about this.
Oh, hell yeah.
What's up with the, this is actually his question. Why is there so much incest porn on these websites? It doesn't matter what you look up. It's a mom.
That's
or
always a
it's sister.
stepmom, a stepsister, yeah.
It's out of freaking control. What is up?
You know, I don't know. I've wondered the same thing. I mean, I never had a stepmom or a stepsister, so... Yeah, I never wanted to fuck my brother, though. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I have a stepdad, but I've never thought about.
I haven't seen that come across my feed as much, but I'm sure it's out there.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know, like, because it's like always that saying of like, you'll never find a woman like as good as your own mom or whatever, something like
So
that.
it's probably like
Fucking
who was
Freud.
Freud? Yeah, the
Yeah.
fucking that psychologist,
Yeah.
psychologist,
Yeah, something.
Psycho something.
psycho something or another.
There you go.
I think
Psychoanalyst.
That's the
There we
technical
go.
term.
And did you ever see the episode of South Park where Mr. Garrison is upset that his dad never his stepdad never molested him?
Yeah.
As soon as he said he had a stepdad, we're talking about porn. That was right where I went.
Secondary. You know, I watch them for the plot lines and cinematography mainly. So,
Lord of the G strings.
all these plumbers are getting blown. How is all this plumbing work getting done? Do they finish the jobs?
Dude.
Are they getting paid for this?
Like, then they'll show you like the afterwards, like him like actually working on the like.
See, that might be the latest part. Maybe he's actually finishing
I
his
think
job now.
I think you just stumbled onto something.
Yeah.
You can kill two birds with one. That's what I'm gonna do.
The guy actually warms your pizza up and.
Yeah, he's actually like, well, I actually did figure I have it could snip out a little YouTube and
Yeah,
teach you how to legitimately fix your fucking drains.
Well, ma'am, thank you for the blowjob and the sex and all, but but you've been dumping, bacon grease down your drain.
Yeah.
That's the reason why
This isn't gonna
your
fix
pipes are
itself.
clogged.
I
Yeah.
fucking bitch as dumb as you are. For Christ's sake, you dumping grease down the drain.
Let me show you. Just take this whole trap off. That's all.
I'm charging you extra now because of this.
Yeah, it's just the end of all the scenes. It's like, here's your bill for your dishwasher.
Oh no, this stopped recording on us again. Oh boy, this is just gonna be ugly. I don't know how I'm gonna even splice all this. This might just be all audio off of the iPhone. Man, freaking Daisy ruined everything. Oh, that's alright though.
We're gonna take you to the baby pound. Or,
Yeah.
wait, actual dog pound, I guess. Thought I was talking to my kids. I don't know what else I had.
Well, I had some stuff written down too. My wife's nail salon.
Oh,
Listen to this, folks. We might be doing a Definitely Daddies from there.
Ooh.
They got their liquor license.
Jackpot!
Yeah.
Do they call it carry old mail?
Wait till you see my toe. Wait till you see this pedicure.
Girl.
What do you think about that, though?
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I have never in my life had the desire to go and get my nails done or anything like that. But if they're serving hooch, I mean, shit,
I mean, yeah. You think of like that's like kind of a place where women go to like relax and stuff. So why not serve alcohol
well,
too
yeah.
there?
Oh, yeah.
I think I might be too ticklish.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't imagine somebody touching my feet, man. I'd get the wiggle worms for sure.
I hate my daughter doing them anyway, so
What color are you rocking right now?
nothing right now. It's not sandal season.
Oh, okay.
I'll let her paint them. I don't care.
She likes to paint them during sandal season.
Yeah, we got some sparkle glow in the dark that she really likes. Makes your toes pop in the nighttime, you know.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm a daddy.
Oh hell yeah, LJ's a daddy too. What all you got there, LJ?
What's that?
Got anything written down for us?
Oh, so like, my daughter, she's been I think I told you about it the other day when I was, because that father-daughter dance is coming
Oh
up.
yeah, you
I
got,
got
the
one of those tomorrow.
Daddy. Oh, both. I've never had a daddy-daughter dance. That or my daughter just doesn't.
She doesn't
She's
tell
just
you.
like your stepdad. You're not.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my real one to come back.
Dad, I hate to break it to you. I took Grandpa.
Yeah. Oh man, what a really like.
Me and Dad would be fighting, dude. Fucking Grandpa ends up going in my place. I'd just be like, dude, no.
But that's like, my daughter wants to get all dressed up for it, and that's just like not me. But that was like, because I was thinking, I'm like, man, I really haven't changed like the way how I dress. Like I wear band t-shirts all the time. I wear like stupid shit like this, but like as the older I'm getting, like, should I start dressing like a normal, like, because I'll be 35 here in a month.
Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ.
My
So-
recommendation is go buy some vintage suit from a thrift store. Just pull that off, and she'll never ask you to go again. Powder blue, Dad? Really?
I was thinking about having like a little fanny pack, bringing my fanny pack and
Oh,
stuff,
hell yeah.
and
Hell
just completely like
Pack
just.
that thing full of snacks.
Oh yeah, just be like, you want some chips? You got got some
Pack
crackers.
it full of hotel bottles. Sell them to the other dads.
Nice.
Hey boys, I got something here for you. I got little mini fireballs right here for you boys.
Yeah.
$5 a pop, bitches.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah.
These only cost $1. Well, go to the gas station and get it then.
Yeah, you're right here, right now. Do you want it now to get through this, or do you want it like? Yeah.
You think Veronica's going to let you go to the gas
Yeah.
station for 2 minutes? No, she's not.
Yeah, Bella's dad. So keep your fucking mouth shut and give me your fucking.
Give me your money and take this fireball. God, but it's like, yeah. But I mean, do you guys feel like, as you guys have gotten older, that the way you dress has changed, or have you just dressed the same, or do you feel like you should start changing, like as the older you get? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I like that because when I was in high school, I used to be a prep. I used to always wear either a polo shirt.
You pop your collar?
No, I wasn't a fag. Oh shoot, I don't know if I can say that on. We'll cut that one out, folks.
Cut that.
That's definitely making it to YouTube. Sorry, YouTube.
A prep, huh?
Yeah, I was, dude. I would wear jeans with holes in them, and I had the I didn't have Abercrombie because that was always too expensive, but I always had the little bird Hollister. Used to wear it was always Hollister. Yep, I'd either wear a polo or a nice button-up shirt every day. You know, like I'd wear shirts like that a lot too. But yeah, always had something that had buttons on it when I went to school. And I just always told myself, I don't know why, but in high school I was always like, I should just dress to impress. That's just what I always told myself. That was what I stuck with from the time I was in 9th grade till I quit giving a shit and pawned all my clothes for drugs. And then I was like, I guess it's time to just start wearing
That is
t-shirts.
a tipping point.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
I'd have been in between both of you, so I'd have wore the rock and roll t-shirts, and I would have. It just depends on the day, how I feel.
Yeah.
Some days I put on my Doug Stanhope suits or whatever.
Well, I mean, when you were in school, that was like before they had electricity, wasn't it?
Yeah, actually, we all wore suits to school when I was a kid.
School uniforms.
Yeah. Even if you went to work in the mines back then, you wore a suit to your job.
So if you started writing with your left hand, did the nun come over smack your
for sure.
hand?
My uncle went to that happened to him. The nuns, he went to Catholic school and they made him learn to write with his right hand.
Yep. That
was
same thing with my mom. Yeah.
That was a legitimate thing.
Yeah, they would beat the shit out of your left hand if you start writing. I'm like, yeah, that's the way I
Imagine
write
what
though.
they do when they catch you jerking off with
Oh
it.
my god. That roller's beating some meat. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Imagine the fetish that came out of that.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, I wonder why there isn't more nun porn out there. There's probably a bunch of old 65-plus people just cranking it to...
You know, it's funny you bring that up because I find a lack of Amish porn. It's just not there.
Well, they have to put it. They have to draw. They have to draw it for you. They can't film it for you.
No.
That's probably a good point.
Yeah, well, I guess there's actually quite a few reasons there's no Amish porn, huh? I mean, for starters, you need electricity to make it.
Hey, Jebediah, let me churn your butter.
Oh, hell yeah, you get more than butter churned than nuns.
Yeah. Wow, you guys are bringing up all kinds of good points why I can't find it. Let's scour the web.
We need to go to Amish country and be like, hey.
Where do you guys keep your good Amish porn?
Yeah, they'll fucking pull out a box of old VHS.
Oh, back in the day.
Hell yeah. You know, I've never really looked at an Amish woman and really been like, she looks good.
All right.
I mean, there is that. You got a little secret thing for her?
Yeah.
The dress? The big...
I don't know.
Completely covered.
My wife says she says I'm
ankles?
the
Yeah, she looks at it, she's like, ooh, how about that? And you're like, oh, boy.
Yeah.
I like the little bonnet. I don't... Don't judge.
What's up with the bonnet, too? Because it holds everything, doesn't it?
I think it prevents the flu or something.
Oh, yeah, they were probably the first in line after COVID happened. They
The flu, for the love of God.
Yeah, but could you imagine watching that though? Because it just could be missionary. There's no weird freaky shit that's gonna.
Oh, you know that's gonna be beard on beard. For sure.
I'm gonna make love to this woman like God intended.
Well,
missionary only.
Well, Janice, it seems that my beard is stuck on your pubes, and we're entangled now.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Anthony, bring the sheep shears. It's happened again.
Get the
I'm
wool
swelling up
covers.
over here, boys. You guys are giving me some great mental images.
Yeah. Oh shit, honey, I'm sorry. The candle went out. I have to run downstairs and grab a new one to light up the.
Imagine what it smells like in there too. I mean, when Amish people get to fucking, that's gotta. Woo wee!
Yeah.
That's gotta be ripe. I mean, what do they bathe? How often do they bathe?
I have no. I mean, these are
Amish people. I'm sorry if we're offending you right now. I mean, We're
What are you doing here?
Yeah, they're really not going to be listening to this right now.
That was the joke, folks.
They don't have ye old YouTube on the tick 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 thing.
Ye old YouTube.
I think it's just called YouTube.
Oh,
Not to get confused with YayTube.
Yes.
I'm not familiar
You get a
with
couple
this one.
Jews in there, they ain't coming back out.
Oh.
what is wrong with you?
Hey, it's not me, it's Kanye. Blame Kanye.
I mean,
Oh.
he does have a point.
He has
Oh
a
no!
pointy hat too.
Oh no!
He does.
His hat has a point as well.
Well, that almost reminds me of like the Dave Chappelle like sketch, like where he's a blind.
Oh,
like,
the blind.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
classic.
that's like what Kanye is though. Like he's just like
He is literally the blind.
yeah,
The blind
but he
people.
can see though.
Yeah.
It's like
What did you expect? He surrounded himself with Kardashians. They come from a long lineage of lawyers, I'll say.
I understand what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Maybe he's angry. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe he is angry.
yeah, because like wasn't he like didn't he have like a deal with like it wasn't Adidas but with like Skechers or something?
I think it was Adidas.
Yeah, it was Adidas. They dropped him, and it was for like $1 billion or
Yeah, it was-
something too.
and then-
It was a couple $100 million. Yeah.
And then I think he tried to go into like Skechers or something like that, and that's like a Jewish owned company,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, no,
Kanye,
what are you doing?
We heard what you said about our family.
Like, and you're gonna like come over here and be like, hey, I want to do a shoe deal with you guys.
The things you said about my Jewish cousins were so bad they had to wipe their tears with $100 bills because they were crying so hard. Kanye. Jeez.
He's got nowhere else to go but like Reebok, Voight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what you
I
got
don't know,
left.
maybe Shaq might take him in on the N1 brand.
Oh, yeah.
Although Shaq doesn't get down with hate, dude. He's a fucking big loving motherfucker.
All right.
I goddamn love Shaq, dude. You ever just watch him?
Oh,
Everything he does is hilarious.
He's great.
I bet he could, if he went and did stand up, I guarantee he would have been the fucking, possibly one of the funniest comedians ever.
I don't know. What's that genie movie he did? Wasn't very funny.
Was it Shazam? No.
Kazam.
Kazam, yeah.
Kazam.
Yeah, it was on Antenna TV not too long
Maybe
ago,
Shaq
and it
ain't
was.
that funny. He says some funny stuff from
That's
time to
probably
time.
writers though. I bet he's funny.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I mean, anytime he's like commentating or on ESPN, he's always doing something funny or saying something funny.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know.
that fucking Shaq, man. I wonder how his clothes changed throughout the years. I wonder if he's still.
They've just gotten bigger and longer.
I could bring up his rap albums. I enjoyed those.
What? Shaq's got rap?
Shaq Fu? Yes.
No.
Yes, I have
Shaq
both
Fu.
of them. He has a song about his dad. It's called Biological Didn't Bother. It's classic. I told you I was a hip hop guy. I love Shaq.
Oh, well, I didn't know
Shaq's
that.
rap,
I did
it's
not know.
pretty rough. It was
That's
a
not
good
the
when I
best
was a
rap
kid,
ever.
but it's not the best
How's
rap
his stand
ever.
up?
I don't know. Probably worse than his rap.
Yeah, I'm more like the Will Smith. I like my rap clean.
I'm sorry. Just sorry. He did a pretty funny song too. It's on DJ Jazzy Jeff's greatest hits, and it's called "You Stole My Blinker, Bitch." It's actually, I'm dead serious. It's like pretty vulgar and stuff, and I'm like, man, that's Will Smith. That's pretty solid. Yeah.
I could never imagine like.
Best line in the song is wrinkled old bitch looking like a
You need an extra whiskey,
Sharpay.
LJ?
Oh yeah, thank you.
No problem, dog.
Yeah,
Me and Steve always smash. We have a minimum of 4 apiece for the pod.
yeah. I grabbed 3, and I'm like, I should probably grab another one. I'm like, it'd be all right.
This is definitely a 4 beer podcast. Isn't that crazy? We're gonna end up drinking a 12-pack worth of beers in an hour.
I'm not seeing the problem.
I see nothing wrong here.
Yeah, I mean, it's really sad when you do it by yourself, though. I've done that many times.
Oh
So.
yeah.
It's really not.
Steve used to always do that half a sleeve minimum was his. The tops, he'd buy a 30-pack. He'd say that's for the top, that's for today, and that's for tomorrow.
I'm gonna show you guys this picture. This was Sunday during the playoff game. That's the damage.
Whoa!
That's the
did you
damage
even
I
move,
did.
or were you just wearing a? Are those pints or are those just 12ers?
That was 12 pints and 6 smalls.
Whoa!
That was both division games. Yes.
Oh, that was the whole day of football.
Yes, that
watching?
was 7 hours. So yeah,
Woo!
yeah. I did some damage on Sunday, and I lost all my bets too.
Yeah,
I got kicked in the ribs bad.
So did you end up deleting the app, or
I still got some money in there.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, when I placed all my bets, lost them all, and I fucking just deleted the thing after
I lost
that.
the over. The over's 47.5. They got 40 points going in the fourth quarter. Lock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, they score a field goal the rest of the game.
Those over-unders is what screwed me on all of them, too.
Killed me.
Yep. Yeah, those parlays. Was you parlaying them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those parlays.
I did just have the straight up over, though, on that one.
Oh,
So,
did you?
Yeah. 49ers screwed me, but what are they going to do with a 4-string quarterback? There's nothing. you
Dude,
can
that
do.
was crazy. There was a whole bunch of jokes I'd seen about that, too. People warming up. There was Brett Favre doing the shaving everything off and patting his face and smiling. That's always one of my favorites.
I don't know. I don't think I could ever get into like sports betting though. Like I know like what because it just what the first of the year is when it became legal, and like that's all I hear on the radio now is like, hey, get on like
join this sports book, MGM, bet MGM.
Yeah, get on here.
Caesar's sports book.
Yeah, and even if you lose, we'll like guarantee you like a refund of like $1,000 and stuff like that.
But
and
the
I'm
way
like,
those work, you bet that money, and if you win it, they keep some of it. So if you say you get like a $20 bonus bet, and you make a bet that's like odds 2-1 or something,
Right.
where you'd win $40 if you bet that 20. If you bet that 20 and win, you just get 20 cash after that. You know what I mean? So instead of getting, because I wondered how they were going to do that myself. Because sometimes they'll give you all the money, and you have to just re-win it. You have to bet it and re-win it like 10 times.
Right.
And after that, they'll let you have it. You know what I mean? Like they all do it a little bit differently on how you bet it and how you're able to cash out. But the ones I noticed at least was if you bet bonus wins and win on that, they keep the bonus amount and give you like...
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think women are better at sports gambling, and the reason I think that is because I think they take the personalness out of it. Like,
my brownies are always good. They
yeah.
pull through.
Yeah. I've learned that through fantasy football. The Browns aren't ruining my day twice, and the Browns are my team.
They're just looking at statistics and
Yes.
stuff. They're just like...
And they do, and my wife was really good at fantasy football because she just saw numbers. She didn't give a shit. His name was Tom Brady, or... Yeah, she's like, this tight end gets 12 points a week. Yeah, I should have him. Of course, she drafted Travis Kelce.
No, jeez.
Like at the start of his payday,
Oh,
so yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Fucking lucky.
1 year in the league, and she goes to the Super Bowl. I'm like,
Fucking women. Yeah, maybe we'll have to teach Keisha. Maybe she can be my ringer. I can teach her how to do look at the spread and check out the odds.
Just run the
crunch
numbers.
it. Yeah, she'll be my rain man, just crunching numbers, tickety tip tip tacking
doesn't
everything.
sound like something she'd be into.
No, no, not at all.
Hey,
I also lost money on the Royal Rumble.
I was like, you fucking seriously bet on it? Might as well bet on it. I mean, everything.
We
else
did as a group of friends, but it was different. It was
Oh, okay.
random draw, and it was
Okay.
silly. We
How
had a
was
good
the
time.
Royal Rumble? I heard there was a. Who told me there was a blacklight match in it?
Yeah, that one was kind of lackluster. I
It
thought
was Gary. Gary told me about it. But the Royal Rumble was last weekend, right?
Yep.
And there was a blacklight match in it. It was like all
It was
black
the Mountain
light.
Dew pitch black match.
Magic. That's exactly what he told me and everything.
I saw a comment on Facebook that said, "Gosh, I can't wait until they do a Baja Blast match." Made me laugh a bit.
That's.
I thought a blacklight match would be cool though, like back in the Rey Mysterio day or something. Like if he had a mask on that would be glowing. You know what I mean?
He'd come out to those a lot back then.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's immediately what I thought of.
What was the other guy's name? Sting?
Sting?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah,
Yeah, because he
Sting.
wore like the face
Yeah,
paint.
The
Sting.
bright colored Sting.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Colored Sting.
bright colored stick.
jeez.
Colored.
I mean, he always came out in whiteface, dude.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ultimate Warrior's paint would have popped.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Rockers. There you go.
Mm.
Oh, we don't have to talk wrestling. It's fine.
Oh, I love wrestling, man. I enjoyed. I quit watching it maybe in like 2001 or something. I only watched it in elementary school, pretty much. And I used to always remember when I was a kid, I was like, those guys aren't that fucking tough. You put me in there with them, I'll fucking take them out.
You still believe that?
Put me in there with them, we'll see what happens. I'll grab a hold of them.
You're gonna fucking yeet it out of the fucking ring.
Dude, I love how they just like, they'll scoop each other up by the balls and they're just like, here, I'm gonna go ahead and just move you over here now.
Yep.
A sad wrestling story. I'm pretty sure I read this. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it was on my Google feed that Hulk Hogan is paralyzed from the waist down
What?
because how many back surgeries he's had has messed his.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I saw that on Google. So
Shit.
Well, give that a goog, folks, and write it, call in to us. Let us know what's going on.
tell me I'm a dipshit if I'm wrong. I get it at home. Might as well take it here too.
We're going to the stratosphere, brother.
Oh, he couldn't just put his feet up and get his hot dogging and grandstanding on.
I'm like the cream that rises to the top.
LJ was just tagging me in Macho Man and Hulk memes the other day.
You guys are bringing up all the wrestling news. Lanny Poffo died. Macho Man's brother.
No
Shit. Just died yesterday. I'm pretty sure.
Fuck?
I know. See, the mega powers come together.
This is.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's how they always had to make a noise when they shook hands.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, they would like twist their up, like pop their shoulder up like this, and go, oh yeah,
Like a super cool handshake.
Oh yeah.
There's like, and they're like, it's almost like they're getting off on it too. Like, they're like,
Oh hell, there was definitely some
yeah.
sexual tension in there.
Oh,
It was like the handshake in Predator. You son of a bitch.
You know, my favorite wrestler, I think, when I was a kid was Diamond Dallas Page. And the
Right?
fucking Diamond Cutter, dude.
yeah, the diamond cutter. I remember
Dude,
that.
The Diamond Cutter was the fucking sweetest.
It was.
Goldberg didn't need anything. He just fucking speared people, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. Well, yeah, my stepdad actually took me to a WWE game, like thing,
match?
like back. I don't know. I was maybe like 10, maybe 9, and yeah, Goldberg like came out and like Hogan and everybody else.
Did you guys make a sign or anything to hold up?
No, we were just like, dude, I was just like enthralled about it because it was awesome just sitting there watching it, just seeing them actually like there doing it, and I was like,
How close was you?
About middle section because it was at the nationwide.
Oh, okay.
And so we were like in the middle, so maybe about like 8, 9 rows back.
Okay.
So not too far. Well, I could still like make out what they were doing, but I mean they had huge fucking monitors everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It was just awesome, and it was like during the weeknight, and so I didn't have to go to school the next day. So I was like, "That's
hell yeah, that's
You went to a Thunder or a Raw? One of those?
Actually, I think it was WCW.
Yeah.
Back
Yeah.
then. So it was WCW one.
Raw.
Yeah, it was
Nitro.
It was awesome though. Yeah, because like that was like when Hogan still like dyed his like mustache like black towards the bottom and stuff like that.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
I
Yeah.
forgot how he rocked the two-tone.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
always a
Start
bad
doing
guy
that.
fan, and when Hogan went bad, it made it even better. I was like, yes.
Oh yeah, dude.
The bad guys were the best for me. My brothers all hated the bad guys.
Yeah, Nitro was.
I always hated the bad guys, dude. They always did
hated
such a
me.
good
I
job of
just egg 'em
selling
on.
the
Yeah. Well, do you guys remember the?
They really made you hate those motherfuckers.
It was like almost like the stuffed dolls of like the wrestlers and stuff. That was back in the '90s. You could actually like throw them
Oh,
around and
hell
do stuff,
yeah.
and they make noises and
Shaboink,
stuff.
yeah.
Was it Bop 'em Buddies or something?
I
like
can't
Wrestle
remember.
Buddies, maybe?
I
They
can't
had a big
remember.
Hogan. I remember there was a big
Yeah, there was a Hogan, there was
yeah.
a Sting, and then there was
Yeah, they were like pretty much like a pillow.
Because I remember the commercial for it, like the kids just like going apeshit crazy, just
For some reason, I think my brother had the Macho Man, but I don't remember now.
yeah. There was a Macho Man one
Yeah.
too, and I was like, dude, this. I'm like, I remember going to like Target and stuff back when I was like a kid, and just seeing that shit just like all throughout there, and I'd start smacking it around like I was just walking by. And, oh yeah,
Dude, speaking of going to Target when we were kids, we used to always get to do chores, and Mom would buy us a booster pack of Pokemon cards.
Oh,
you remember that little section at the
yeah.
Target? It was a little end cap that had all the Pokemon cards hanging right there.
First generation, yeah.
Yep, first gen, dude.
I was just talking to my son about it because he was put out his little binder, and he's been like collecting all like the new ones now. They're out now. We had to go to Target and be like, I can only buy 5 of them because crypto and like everyone's selling them crypto to like make money. And so
are they still valuable? Like even the new ones coming out?
There's actually he has one that's I think about $60.
Oh shit!
And,
okay.
But it changes every day. Like
dude,
the value.
I got a Charizard when I was in school. When I was in elementary, I got a Charizard out of one of those booster packs, and I traded it.
Yeah, what'd you trade it for?
I traded it for...
If you did like a Mewtwo or something, you need to be smacked.
I traded it... This kid had all 3 of the Eevee Evolves.
Oh, so Jolteon.
And he also threw me in a Zapdos. It was 4 holographics. He threw in all 4
You still got screwed over.
I know.
The Charizard one is like the most like sought after one.
Dude, my mom was furious when she found out I sold it, dude. Because we had tried for it forever.
Yeah, well, that's what I was explaining to him. I'm like, you know, the cards when I was a kid.
But I believe mine was also second generation. Was the second generation the one that had the Volaplume?
No, or yeah, I think so.
They had a certain symbol. It had a little symbol in the corner of it. It wasn't first gen.
Yeah, because the very first ones had like that real like, you know, the artwork that was when we were kids, like in the 90s. That's what it was made out of. And it was holographic, and then it would say
You were a kid in the 90s?
Unfortunately.
We ain't no pussies, dude. All right,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I know what you're thinking.
I just feel old all of a sudden.
Oh yeah. Well, you should, dude. I mean, yeah. He left his walker upstairs, folks. I had to help him.
Yeah, no,
I had to help him down.
When you get that lift chair put in here?
The ones that have the little seatbelt on it. How wild do you plan on getting on that thing where you need to put a fucking seatbelt on to get up and down the stairs?
I like to go fast.
Fucking Sonic the Hedgehog over here. Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted your Pokemon.
Oh
no. We were nerding out on Pokemon.
Yeah. So, but anyways, yeah. He's got a couple that are worth some money.
Yeah,
but
it was still the regular Charizard, the original one, but it wasn't. You know, it wasn't the first year it came out. You know what I mean? Like, because he was out. It was a couple years after he was out.
Right.
But he still looked like the Ray. Maybe he was. I don't know. Maybe I got ripped off. Maybe that kid has like fucking $10,000 right now because he ripped me off when I was in like the 3rd grade.
Well, that's
the kid that traded him that was Jeff Bezos.
Well,
or as Steve likes to call him, Jeff.
Well, what Logan Paul bought? It was like a pristine one, so it was like a 10 of a holographic Charizard one for like. I think it was like $435,000.
Oh.
And ended up finding out that it was a fake.
No shit.
Yeah, it was a fake one.
Got jived. Huh?
Oh yeah, man. And he's just like, because I remember like he came because I saw a video of him
in the faking business.
Well, yeah, well, see, if you do it well enough, like people that like check to see if it's like in pristine condition. I mean, if you do it well enough, they can't even tell.
So then it's basically a real card. Just like if you counterfeit a $100 bill well enough, if the machine accepts it and says it has a $100 balance, that's a fucking $100 bill right there.
Oh yeah.
You do raise a good point. They were faking cartridges. I was just telling my kid about this too, like NES cartridges. They buy the shitty $2 games out of people's bins. They would change the sticker, the label on the front, sell it as a $100 game, and move on with their day.
And then somebody put it in their system, and they got...
That's not even close to the same game. Yep. Yeah, you're playing. What's the
Ninja
stupid
Turtle Street Fighter.
surfing skateboard game? And you're like,
Oh,
this
geez.
isn't Pokemon One at all.
It was awesome Super NES play. You had a Super NES, didn't you?
Yeah, when I was an adult.
Is that when it came out?
Yeah, pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
When I already went through puberty.
Pretty sure Super Nintendo came out when I was sophomore in
90
high school. Yeah,
91.
yeah. I was pretty old by then, so I was always a Genesis guy.
What games did you used to like to play?
All of them. I still play all of them. The old nerdy games. Yeah, the Ninja Turtle games. I loved all those.
Turtles in Time.
We liked most of our sports games because brothers and stepbrothers. You
Mhm.
needed competition.
The old hockey games were a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, the NHL.
Yeah.
They were definitely a lot better, like on like the Sega Genesis and stuff, than what they are now. Like, I don't even think they even make a hockey game anymore, do they?
Well, they make like there's one on the Xbox that's like hyper realistic. That's pretty cool.
Is it? Okay.
It's not like the old arcade one where you just had some guys that you was.
Okay.
I mean, it's legit. It's a fun game. I tried it out. I couldn't get into it too much though. But
What was the one that was fighting in the NHL? Like the same people made NBA Live made NHL and there was fighting in it.
I don't know if I
Okay,
ever
like
played
the
that one.
the guys would break down and actually punch each other in the
like
face.
you could actually like scamp and just start beating the crap out of
Yeah.
each other. I'm
Kind of like some NFL Blitz.
No, it was just part of the game, and then your guy would get ejected, but still.
You can do that on the new hockey game too, the NHL. So you can go up and challenge somebody to a fight, and yeah, you can go up and just.
Do they have to accept and then?
They have to accept. Yeah, you can throw your gloves off, and then like if they accept, you guys just start fucking square.
The options are accept, talk it out,
Yeah.
unfriend them on Facebook.
Talking over dinner. Just pretend you guys don't exist for the next 3 hours until
Go cry in the penalty box because he didn't acknowledge you.
Stonewall.
There you go.
You know what? I'm not gonna. Fist won't do enough damage. I'm gonna Stonewall instead.
Ghost.
I'm gonna go fuck his wife.
Hell yeah.
Wow, this escalated quickly.
I'm gonna burn his house down.
I'm gonna
Fuck you, I'll
commit
murder your
arson.
whole family.
This is gonna be a 10-year plan.
These are the things you don't say when you get in a fight with somebody, unless you plan on winning it. Then I think you can really say whatever.
You better be pretty confident.
Oh, yeah.
And the more you piss somebody off, the more they really want to win. I've noticed that.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's what, like, well, I got in a conversation with Sammy the other day about, well, like, getting in a fight, because, I don't know, when I was with the kids' mom, we were at a bar down in Athens, guy called her, you know, see?
You can
know.
say it.
Complicated?
Yeah, well, kind of. I didn't know if it would be okay to say it or not.
Oh yeah, on YouTube, I think you're allowed to say anything. I mean, I've already talked about the juice. Cunt. I guess we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. So, and I was like, okay, well, and the guy, and then she started getting mad. I'm like, just like trying to diffuse the situation because he's like twice the size I am.
You didn't want to get your ass kicked.
Well, I did get my ass kicked,
Oh.
but so I'm like pushing her away, but I'm like, dude, I can't. I'm not gonna let you, walk away from this without me trying to like.
Yeah.
So I hit him as hard as I could, like put everything I could into it. He stumbled backwards a little bit and like almost like kind of like grabbed the ground like this, and I'm like, and he got right back up. I'm like,
oh boy.
Let me put these in my pocket.
hey honey, take these and go start the car.
As long as you get your one in though.
Yeah, I had to.
You always have to get your one in.
Yeah. You have to, and yeah.
And he fucking worked you over pretty good.
Oh
after that,
man, I mean, threw me up against the wall, like just punched me. I mean, my nose is bleeding. I mean, like, and like, he was so like, I mean, he was built. You know what I mean?
Mm.
He had me, and plus I weighed a lot less than what I like back then what I do now. But he had me up by my shirt and just started just punching me.
Just
Having me up against the wall, just start lifting me up like a bully, you know, back in like high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, and I'm just sitting there just like, I think I got an elbow in. Like, I tried to go for like him in his temple to like hopefully knock him out.
Mm-hmm.
And he just like
pissed him off.
Oh yeah, man! I saw the vein just start popping off on the other side. I'm like,
oh, now I'm definitely gonna get hit harder.
Yeah, well, he was like that drunk that where like he was not like that rage mode where he just was not gonna stop until like he put me down and.
Yeah, it was Hulk and Loki.
Yeah, that basically that's what it was. And yeah, that was but you know.
Yeah, dude, it's not that bad getting punched in the fucking face, though.
No.
You know, I got.
People think it's a lot worse than it is.
I've only been in one bar fight ever, and I was talking. The dude actually complimented me on my karaoke, and I said, listen, the whole thing just turned silly. That's why I was so surprised when I got punched. But I came outside. He said, "Hey, you did a good job in there." I said, "Thanks, dog." And he said, "I ain't no dog, but you call me that again, you're gonna start hearing me bark like one." And I was like, obviously me being me, I was like, "My bad, dog. Won't happen again." And then he won't let it go after that. So he's just like, "What the fuck did I just say to you?" I was like, "Hey, dog, I'm sorry." You know, I called him dog probably 40 times. And as soon as I looked, and every time I said it, I could see him just getting more and more fucking pissed. And as soon as I took my eyes off him, I looked over to the side for a second. I look back, and there's just fucking fist right in my face. And he fucking, he had to hit me with everything, because it cut me above my eye and below my eye.
Damn.
So I know he had to hit me with everything he had, but as I seen it coming, like, because I turned back in, and he's like half punch, and I was like, I'm not dodging this. So I just immediately come with the uppercut. So as soon as he connects, I connected back to him. And I mean, it knocked me fucking stupid, dude. I like kind of stumble back. He stumbles back too, because I don't think he was expecting to get punched. And then we're just like staring at each other. And I was just like,
"Did you have enough, dog?"
Well, no, we're just looking at each other. And like in my head, I got fucking rocked. So I was just like, oh, I hit him, but what the fuck do I do now? So I'd like go in and like I went into, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I like kind of staggered and like fell into him, and as soon as I did, he got me in a headlock and just starts fucking, just probably lands like 7 or 8. I had like a bruise on my forehead, like my whole forehead was purple for like 3 weeks afterwards. But I wiggle out of the headlock, and then I nail him with a few more punches, and this was at the orange carpet.
Did you diamond cutter him?
No, I wish.
Fucking should've.
Dude, no. So I nail him a few times. This was on the back porch of the orange carpet.
Oh.
So he walks out of the gate into the alley next to carpet, and he was like, "Come on out here and let's finish this." And I was like in there, and I gotten a few on him, so I was feeling better, even though I was half retarded from getting punched that hard. And I was just like, "Step back in the ring, motherfucker! I'll finish it right here." And then he just walked away after that.
Yeah.
And then it was like right around Halloween, so I ended up dressing as a zombie that year. So I had like one black eye, so I just painted the other one like purple.
So everything kind of matched. It was like
oh, dude, I looked pretty rough. I mean, everybody was just like,
I think I found your new tattoo.
"Should we see the other guy?" And I was like, I don't know.
Your next tattoo should just be on your hand. Don't poke the bear. You'll get punched in the face.
Stop. Dude, I love poking. I'm a little brother.
I know.
I can't help but poke the fucking bear, dude.
And that's why my brother always gets punched in the face, too. Like, you guys don't know when to stop.
No, dude, I'm going to get pity and fool on my fists.
Solid. Hey, I would have brought that back. Colby snuck it off. He's been watching it upstairs.
It's a fun one, isn't it?
Yeah, he loves it.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm glad at least Colby likes it.
Mm-hmm.
He's a man of taste. We'll get him on the pod next time so we can talk about it. He'll be happy to talk.
I don't think he wants to be on our old guy podcast.
No, not at all.
Oh.
So favorite games. What was some of your favorite games?
I did. I loved Punch Out. Who didn't like Punch Out?
I love, yeah.
That was where you was the white dude and fought Tyson at the end?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. On NES?
Yes.
Regular old NES? Yeah,
Yep.
my Grammy had that game.
Yeah, the game you're beating down the black man.
Yeah. Hey, all right, now
Are you
we
comparing
just
me to
crossed
your
the line,
Grammy?
LJ. No.
You just compare me to your Grammy?
No, well, my Grammy was a gamer.
Oh, really?
She got me into RPGs. She used to play a game called Ultima Online. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ultima was my first RPG as well, and my Grammy got me into it.
Damn, your Grammy's cool as fuck.
Yeah. We used to get on there, and she used to just do a lot of tailoring. She'd do a lot of sewing and animal taming and stuff. So she'd just wander around with me. She'd make me clothes. It was crazy. You could do everything with it. You could blacksmith.
She part of the circus?
Yeah. And she had a little dog with a red nose on it too.
That's so strange.
My Grammy's dead now.
I apologize. So is mine. But my mamma's not.
What the hell's like?
Huh?
Nothing. Hey, one time I remember when I was working at Papa John's, Ricky was my manager. I was supposed to go down to...
Ricky was in charge of people.
Oh, yeah. It was wild in there, dude. We had some wild times in there.
I can
He
only
used to
imagine.
get pissed at me if I'd, like, come in drinking beers or something on route, and then he'd be like, why the fuck would it? And then I'd give him one, and he'd drink it and be fine after that. But one time I was wanting to go and see my Grammy, and she lived down in West Virginia. So I wanted to get out of work early. I was like, we're done. I just want to leave, dude. Why are you keeping me here? And he was like, well, at least you can go and see your Grammy. Which I immediately was just like, oh, his Grammy's dead. So it's just like, yeah, well, maybe your Grammy didn't go to heaven, Ricky. I almost fist fought right there, dude. We actually did fist fight. I mean, he shoved me and gave me a couple stomach shots. He was pretty fucking pissed off.
That'd be like me being like, oh yeah, you can see your dad. I don't get to see my dad anymore because he's dead. You know, that's I don't know. That's
Well, he was saying it just as a joke. I mean, he wasn't trying to be
Oh,
too serious.
okay.
Yeah, Ricky was my best buddy. Who, rest in peace, Rick. Fucking miss you, buddy. He's dead too, just like my Grammy. He'd appreciate it.
My dad's dead too, by the way.
yeah.
At least to me.
So
At least to me.
I just thought you called me a couple months ago crying about him again.
Was I crying or venting?
I heard a...
That's because the only people you draw in are daddy issue people. Okay, motherfucker?
Hey, I have an album of dad noises, by the way, in case you're interested.
Is this thing on?
Call back.
Is this thing on?
I'll go ahead and take my exit.
Hear this?
Oh, there goes my back. Oh, there goes my back.
You got some fucking bubble wrap in your knees, huh?
Yeah. Those are my popcorn bags, buddy.
All right, so I got some more for you. 2 black quarterbacks facing each other in the NFL this year for the Super Bowl. First time ever happened. Thoughts on that? LJ, you're not much of a sports dude, but I'll still take your thoughts. First time in the NFL history that 2 black quarterbacks are squaring off in the Super Bowl.
I mean, you know, as a society, we're getting to that point now that we can start accepting these things. And
So I shouldn't be mad about it, is what you're saying.
yeah. What I'm trying to say is we're moving forward as a society together. That this is okay now,
Oh.
and we should be upset over it, but you know.
It is I thought it was interesting because I think it's funny that they have to actually make a deal about it.
That's
You know what I mean?
right.
Like, why can't they just
be like,
let
hey.
us find that out on our own? Just be like, oh, like what do they have to be like? 2 black quarterbacks. ESPN, every single news station had to make sure they specifically made an article about it. And it's like one guy realized that.
I know you guys don't remember this, but in 1987, when Doug Williams was the first black quarterback in the Super Bowl, same thing. Nothing has changed since 1987.
Was everybody what was it like in '87? Was everybody like
holy shit?
Everything was black and white. I'm joking. No, but it wasn't as big. Like it was a big story during the Super Bowl for the I almost said the R word. The Washington Commanders were in the Super Bowl at the time. They weren't the Commanders at the time. Yes. The Comanches or something.
The Shoshones.
I did figure out that the redskin was a terminology. So when they were hunting Indians during the Native American hunting
Native American hunt. There we go.
there was a
The Guardian hunt.
however many it took. I want to say it's a wheelbarrow full or a wagon full or whatever.
Uh-huh.
That was called a redskin, and they got paid a certain amount of money for a whole wagon full of dead. And I was like, wow, that's horrifying.
Yeah,
So they would just take all the skin and just sell like a wheelbarrow full of red skin.
No, they would pay you to hunt Native Americans.
You just fill...
All you had to do was kill them, yeah.
Jesus.
Uh-huh. Is that not horrifying?
That is pretty fucking
Just
horrifying.
make the term a little
Right.
more abrasive. So
Jesus. Well, yeah, maybe I guess they do have a fair point when they say it's a little bit offensive, but... Also, were they fucking around when that happened? Was that them that dealt with it? Was that their parents that dealt with it? No. That was like generations and generations ago. That's like me being like, yeah, well, my family fucking came from Ireland like 120 years ago because, you know, I don't know. It's stupid.
you also still like beer and potatoes.
I do.
So
I fucking love me some beer and potatoes. What else do Irish people like? I think that's all we're really known for.
like
Ain't it?
stewed meats and cabbage, possibly.
Yeah, give me a Guinness and a raw potato, and I'm having a good time.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, LJ's about as Irish. We're all Irish as they come, aren't we? Are we all just mutts?
Uh-huh.
Pretty much, yeah.
Irish, German mutts.
I used to have a shirt. And it was Irish.
Come on.
Irish 7-course meal, and it's a potato and a 6-pack. I don't know. I remember where I found it, but it made me laugh so hard.
It's a 7-course meal.
Uh-huh.
I heard a good joke the other day. This dude said, "My blood." I can't remember the comedian. I'm sorry, comedian, if you listen to this. He said, "My blood type," or he said, "I'm so Irish. My blood type is O positive or apostrophe." There we go. That's what it was. I butchered it.
That's good.
Yeah, apostrophe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on, Daisy, get up, go, get out of here.
Come on.
My my dad's side of the family keeps track of everybody's race and everything, like who married into who.
Oh, really? You have like a full detailed family tree.
That goes all the way back to the mid 1750s.
Whoa!
So,
all here in America?
Well, even outside, because it started in Ireland, and they came from Ireland. Or well, it would probably been by 1800s then. So so the reason why most of my family is a bunch of especially my dad's side, we love alcohol, is because an Irish man married a Cherokee woman. And
those Indians really have some
they do like to drink.
Yeah, they have some.
And
I got some Indian blood in me. I think I get it.
yeah, it's like one of those things like my cousin always tells me, because he has it. He's like, yeah, people think we're alcoholics. We Gabriels are alcoholics, but no, we like beer. That's all.
I wonder if I've had just generations enough of drinking to where I'm like, all of my ancestors have just fucking drank their faces off. I gotta have some.
We got Mickey Mantle liver?
Isn't that what evolution is?
Yeah.
Like each generation gets a little bit better.
Yeah.
So that means if my grandpa was a good drinker, my dad is a great drinker.
Legend fucking Darius. I agree.
Yep.
My parents didn't drink at all. They drink minimally at all.
I thought maybe since I drink so much it was because I was Irish. So I did one of those 23andMe genetic tests. Turns out I'm just an alcoholic. I've seen that joke. I stole that joke. It was
seek
a
help.
Yeah, that was a meme I'd seen a while ago. I was like, that's fucking funny.
Steered you toward WebMD.
Dude, don't go on WebMD ever.
Ooh.
You're gonna find out you're fucking dying if you ever look on that website.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's for people who What's the word? Do you think you have every
Hypochondriac?
disease?
I'm a
think it's sort of that.
hypochondriac, yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
I know you thought you were dying because you had a sinus problem 2 weeks
I
ago.
legitimately convince myself I'm going to die usually like at least once a day.
You gave it
You
to
guys-
me, you germ-having motherfucker.
Dude, I'm breathing good now.
I'm not. I hate you.
So
I'm gonna cough on your pillow before I leave.
You want to hear a crazy story of hypochondria and how crazy my hypochondria really is?
Mm-hmm.
And this is good. The first time the world has ever really heard this story. So when I was in like the 3rd or 4th grade, I noticed something was wrong with one of my balls, my left ball. It was bigger than the right one, and it had like a weird veiny thing looking on it.
In the movies I see, the mom usually comes and checks it out. It escalates from there.
Yeah, exactly. So
Never mind. That's neither here nor there.
I was terrified to tell my mom. I'd already watched porn at that age, and I was scared she was gonna fuck me if I showed her that. I'm kidding. So I see this thing, and I'm terrified, and I'm like, what's wrong with my ball? I convinced myself then, like in the 3rd grade, I was like, I'm probably dying. And
Testicle cancer,
I
for sure.
I didn't ever play any sports in school because I was scared of having a physical. Because
That's why it was.
yeah, because I was scared that I was scared if I had a physical, the doctor was going to tell me something was wrong with me, and I was going to have to like get radiation treatments and cancer stuff. So I go all the way until I'm 18 years old, and finally fucking tell my parents. I'm just like, because my dad got cancer and stuff when I was 15. So no, I think I was maybe like 16 when I broke free.
I worked with your dad when he got sick. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, he got real sick. So yeah, finally I revealed to him, I'm just like, you guys need to look at my fucking nut. And everybody looks at it, they're all horrified. They're like, ah. I was like, I think I have cancer, I'm probably dying. Because, like, and I go to the doctor, and it's just this thing called a varicose vein. Like, you know how old folks, you'll see that big squiggly vein on their leg?
Yeah.
I got it on my ball.
Oh.
So I have like one giant alien nut and then like one regular. But I never played sports. I never did anything. I had convinced myself I was going to be dead by the time I was 18 and never did.
One looks like a golf ball and one looks like a basketball.
Yeah, oh hell yeah.
Damn. Hey, where's the pisser at?
Upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, you'll go down the hallway. It'll be on your right side.
Okay.
It'll be the only door on your right side. All right, now that Ella J's gone, we can talk a little bit of shit about him.
There you go.
Hell yeah. I got another one for you. The Chinese spy balloon. Do you read anything about that on the news
I
today?
had just heard about it, but I'm not too sure about much of it at all.
I looked up and thought Mercury was in retrograde today. Turns out China sent us a big balloon. Must have been for Groundhog's Day or something. I know that's your favorite holiday.
You know I love me some Groundhog Day.
I had a joke for you last night too. I started out my my bit. I said, "Hi guys." Oh, and the dude that introduced me wrong. Like I said, my name is Smallin. He called me like Somalian or something. So like already I get up there. I was like, "My name's Smallin." I don't know what the fuck that guy just said. And I say, "All right, who's ready for 5 minutes of Groundhog's Day jokes?" And like everybody just kind of looks at me, like that one didn't even get a laugh. So I was just like, "All right, just kidding." And then I just went right into my material after that.
You know the best joke in Groundhog's Day, the movie, is his camera guy says, "Phil, you gonna go to the Groundhog's dinner?" He's like, "Nah, I had groundhog for lunch. Still a little full." Just like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, there's not too many great jokes in it. It's like we talked last time. It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. Yeah, we did touch on Groundhog's Day, didn't we?
So what about the spy balloon? Are we doomed? Even
The
more
spy
doomed?
balloon. Yeah, what are they spy? What do you think they were looking for? That's what I was wondering. You know what? What are they doing? What is
Probably,
it?
I think I heard something that they were looking for a laptop of somebody important, and I'm not familiar with this story, so could be
Well,
anyone's.
because Biden. So I read the article. Biden said shoot it down. They said no, it's going to kill somebody once it fucking lands on the ground. We can't just shoot it out of the sky. So they're observing it for right now. But yeah, it just makes me wonder, like, what was they looking for? Flew over Utah. I know out there's like we have a lot of our nuclear weapons and stuff out that way.
We do a lot of military testing out there.
A lot of military, yeah. So I wonder if they're kind of peeking on us. Peeking.
Mm-hmm. A little voyeuristic.
Yeah, Peking.
Ooh, Peking duck?
Peking. and that what a Chinese word, P-E-K... ENG or IN
So, that
Peking.
sounds right.
Yeah, the Peking.
Somebody enlightened the same person who gives me horrifying information all the time, and I can have nightmares about all week. He reminded me of a story about the polar shift. Have you heard anything about this polar shift?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they're saying that the poles have started to shift a while ago, and this happens every. I don't even remember because I read the article so long ago. However many long years ago the poles have shifted.
Oh,
They're starting
see, I
back
thought
again.
I thought the polar shift was like a new dance move that the Bears are doing in Alaska.
What the hell did I walk in on?
Is that an 80s movie, Sean?
So
North and south and north.
So the north and south poles are switching?
I think we're switching direction the way the inside of the planet is working is the way I got it.
Oh, I did read it. I heard about that. Our Earth's core is spinning the opposite direction now or something. I don't know.
We're all fucking
That
doomed.
core is
That's
cool. What happens if you get to the fucking middle of the Earth? Do you just float?
You have to.
I mean, how long does gravity take you to the...
Hey, we're all gonna be there someday. Am I right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Amen, brother.
It's gonna be warm.
I'll drink to that one.
Hey, well, that's like
I'm already fucking 15 years past my expiration date, according to my...
My ticket was punched a long time ago too. Definitely outlived what I was supposed to be here.
I think when people get upset when they're like, hey, how long do you think you're gonna live for? I'm like, dude, if I make it past like 54, I'm doing good, and then I want you to end me.
I'm a good 20 years past where I expected. I assume 25 at best. I've lived
My
pretty
goal
recklessly.
now is... My goal... All right, here we go. Daddy's touching down on this. I want to make sure I live long enough for all my kids to at least be 18. So I've got another 13 to go that I actually need to care. And after that, I'm not going to give a fuck, dude. I'll probably be... I'll get back on the pills again. Just kidding.
Hey, you can't take those sobriety days with you, brother.
All right, 20 years clean. I guess it's time to dabble back in. Pick up right where I left off.
Just
but
dip
it'll
my
be
toes in there.
It'll be all fentanyl by then, so I'll just die the first time I do it. Just like all my friends.
Let's go to
I
straight
just-
smack.
I've actually wanted to try smack. I've heard crack is a hell of a buzz. My brother said my brother was hooked on heroin for a long time, and he said that crack was still his favorite. He was doing crack and heroin for a while. He checked all the boxes off on making our parents proud.
Dude, I like.
Hey, Mom. Not that bad.
I've never like I've tried smoking pot like I don't know how many times, and it just never does anything for me ever. I've drank, and then that's why I usually like smoke. But it's like as soon as I do that, I get completely sober.
Hey,
It sobers me up.
Really?
I
Instantly.
can't smoke. I can't smoke and drink. It's one or the other for me.
See, I love the Trifecta. I smoke and drink all the
I
time.
know you tell me about it all the time. You're
Yeah.
some kind of super athlete
Yeah,
or
well,
something.
by
though.
1 p.m., I'm fucking 4 beers deep and smoked 2 or 3 bowls at that point. And yeah, it always blows people's minds. I mean, anytime I'm out partying, like I'll be drinking with the heaviest drinkers, and they're like, "You're smoking weed too?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
That's all I have now. I used to be on hard drugs. This is the hardest it gets for me now is weed and beer.
Yeah, I'm back to the apple juice guy.
You fucking dork. That's all I got.
Yeah. Want a graham cracker?
Yeah. And all my friends are out fucking having fun doing cocaine and stuff now, and I'm just like, you fucking dickheads.
You guys
Have
left me
your
Where were
behind.
you when it was cool?
Yeah. I did do edibles once though, and that actually did get me high.
Yeah, that's-
Get you feeling pretty weird.
Oh, dude, I felt like my heart was gonna explode.
Oh, yeah.
out my chest.
It stays with you too long. Like smoking, I'm fine with. That's a good
45 minutes of feeling freaked out. If
a
it's
good
if
hour
it's
and a
not-
half buzz, you're fine.
No.
No, edibles, they're there for fucking ever.
Yeah, it was like 7 o'clock when I tried them, and then it was about like 9 o'clock, and I'm like, dude, my feet are like feel like they're floating
Are
away.
you still just like?
Yeah,
Have
just
I been
breathing like really heavy.
I don't remember if I was breathing earlier. How am I still alive?
Yeah, and I woke up
Next thing you know, Adult Swim's over. You're back to reality.
Right. Well, I just remember like I went to bed and I was like having the shittiest time trying to go to sleep. And
Thinking about some wild shit.
Oh yeah, just shit I would never think of. And then I finally went to sleep.
What kind of shit?
I think one was like, I'm like, have I ever tipped a cow over? And like one was like, you know, like splicing like jeans and shit like that. Like
you had figured out CRISPR.
Oh yeah. And it's just like shit like that. But I finally went to sleep and I woke up at 5 and I just remember I'm like, still, my heart was pounding. I'm like, dude, I do not like this at all.
Yeah, I hated how long it was in my system too. It was like,
when you wake up
this
and
is
it's
not
still
cool.
there. I woke up and had a panic attack from eating edibles the night before.
You're like, it's not working, and then all of a sudden you're like, fuck.
Yeah, well,
You're in it for the whole now.
And then wake up just all fucked up, and I'd wake up. Sometimes I'll wake up so fucked up from them, I don't even know where I'm at, and that's what causes the panic because then I'm like, oh my god, I'm still high. Where the fuck am I? Like, yeah, I get just this sense of danger right off the rip, and I mean, normally danger's my middle name, but catch me on some edibles, and I'll become a sissy in the middle of the
Horrified
night.
is my middle name.
Yeah, that stuff, like, I mean, it just hit way too hard, and I was like, was not ready for it. And I was like, yeah, I'll just stick to drinking. I know, like, my limit, and, like, you know, I know how I'm going to feel the next day, which is just, like, shit, but at least I know that's how I'm going to feel.
Oh, yeah.
The edibles, I'm like, I had no idea how I was going to feel, and so it really, like, it...
And it always depends on the weed, too. I've been fucking smoking weed for half the time I've been alive now. And it's still different every single time. I mean, just the strand, my mood, you know, it's always something different that gets me fucking feeling a little kooky.
You ever done meth?
Accidentally, I think.
Uh-huh.
I'd gotten some cocaine before.
I know how people get hooked on it. It's fucking super good and super cheap.
Yeah? Did you smoke it?
It was some liquid form.
Oh, really?
Whatever it was, yeah. And I was like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever.
You know,
and then when it's over, you're like, I want more.
No,
You do.
And you think you're coming up with like the greatest ideas too at the time.
I don't remember any ideas. I was pretty fucking bonkers back then. So
Joe Pesci and Danny DeVito.
I'm gonna trump you. Joe Pesci and Danny Glover. They're fishing, right?
That's like the Key and Peele sketch where they're like going through and they're making like Gremlins 2, and they're like wait, it's like, yeah, I want a gremlin with like bat wings. It's in there. It's like there's no wrong idea.
All right, I have Gremlins 2 on DVD. Maybe we need to watch that.
Oh boy, I don't know if I can sit through it.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't even talked through Howard the Duck yet.
No, I haven't got to see Howard the Duck yet.
The naked duck breast lady at the beginning of it, where it goes flying through. She's
You gotta come back for our
She's
Howard the Duck.
She's a duck with a big set of tits on it?
yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, they goes
like a buck.
Like my deer.
Yeah, it's just like...
That would be something I'm proud to hang on my wall. I know what you guys are saying. You ain't ever going to find a duck or any deer with a big set of tits on it. I used to say the same thing about a man.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come back for our Howard the Duck review because I got a lot of problems with that
hell
movie.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're coming back.
Yeah, Steve's been trying to get me to watch Howard the Duck since episode 1 now.
I've watched it probably about 3 or 4 times, and it's like, it's so corny and cheesy.
I have different problems with it, so we'll save it for another podcast. But
Okay.
I have so many like off the wall problems with it that I like what you thought you were thinking on edibles or whatever. That's exactly my brain at night, like sober, not drinking anything at all. Just my brain goes.
That's where you gotta
Why
start
were they
writing.
doing that? That's why I have these pieces of paper
Yeah,
here.
you gotta write that shit down,
Yeah.
Because you gotta talk it out.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why you keep thinking about it, because it hasn't been talked out yet with a couple daddies.
Yeah, a couple therapists also.
Oh yeah.
What's your problem? Have you ever seen Howard the Duck?
So if that chick
3
gets
words. Howard the Duck.
So if the chick gets pregnant, does she lay an egg or have a baby? What the fuck?
I know. And what does the baby do?
Yes.
Does she baby bird food into its mouth, or is it just suck on one of them titties?
See, this goes all over.
Oh yeah, more questions than answers. The
I
more
see
you
so
think
many
about it, the more
questions.
questions.
Too many inconsistencies with this movie.
Would she hatch it, or is the baby just?
Does she
in
have
the
to like
egg?
sit on
bird?
it, or does it hatch in her stomach and then she
incubate
bursts it
in-
out?
oh,
Like,
yeah. So many fucking problems.
like, we need answers.
DC, get on the phone.
Yeah. And not Dan Cook either.
It was Marvel.
Uh-oh.
My
That
bad.
was
It
Marvel.
was
huh?
a Marvel one.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it was
Marvel. Yep.
I just watched Avengers Endgame again here recently.
Such a good movie.
Dude, when Cap fucking gets Thor's hammer and he's holding his fucking half-broken shield, god damn it, that gets me fucking going every time, dude. I fucking love it. And Thor just going, I knew it! I knew he's worthy!
You know my favorite part of that movie?
What?
When all the ladies show up and save the day.
Oh, shut up.
I love it.
You better be fucking lying to me
I
right
love Captain Marvel and Dazzler and all
now. You
of
know,
them.
movies
know?
need some more buff broads in them. I'm tired of just, they need the... Oh, I just watched a movie with J-Lo the other day, and she's ripped now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like shredded, dude.
Yeah, I need me some
Buff.
more Venus Williams in a movie. Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Riddick punching someone through a wall. Yeah.
Oh, God. Would love it, dude.
I thought you said
Did you say Riddick punching?
Sailor Venus. I was like, are we talking about Sailor Moon now?
Oh, boy. We don't need to go down there. We don't need to go down the old...
We got to get my wife on the podcast, so we're doing that. She's a Sailor Moon expert. Not me.
That'll be called the Hente podcast.
I had to watch that with my older sister when it was on Toonami.
Oh, I thought you meant Hente.
Oh no, no. I've dabbled.
This podcast will be called Things We've Looked Up on Porn Sites.
Oh, dude, that would be a good one. That would be a good bonus app. Just be like, all right, boys, come clean. What all you typed in there before?
What's the most disgusting thing you've put in
I've
there?
already vouched one of them, so.
I only watch Basic Mish. It's my vow to the Lord that I would never watch anything more than that.
Never go extreme.
The weird thing about Mish, it's mostly just angle from the dude's ass. You don't really see too much. No, I'm kidding. I watch it all, folks. I'm not one of those weirdos that just watch. Sometimes I let my wife catch me watching just some basic porn so she doesn't think I'm watching anything too crazy. I'll be like, you caught me again. But I'll just have the regular stuff turned on.
And then you're like, escape.
Yeah.
There we go.
Here's the goat porn again.
Letting her catch him. Ha
Yeah, this is what I watch, I promise. Nothing crazy here.
Nothing too risque. Now where's all the fart porn at?
Hell yeah. Alright, we gotta end this, boys. You got anything else you want to throw in before we end this?
No, not really.
I was gonna say it's goddamn 3:20 now. Even if I can't fix it, we got another hour recorded from where Daisy fucked everything up, but...
Thanks a lot, Daisy.
Yeah, luckily, I'm an excellent video editor. So this should only take me about 2 weeks to figure out, guys.
Busy.
Alright, so you guys ain't got nothing else you want to chime in?
No.
Any more hot points that can't wait for the next one?
Yeah.
Alright, hell yeah. Alright, well bye everybody.
Later.
Ta-ta.